Just need to go update this on my computer. 1 second. 1 second. Hi, how are you? I've had a long day already. Hello, hello. I got my new sign up. I love it. Hi, Stacy. I'm obsessed. So I figured while I would write down my new podcast ideas, Cody J Uncensored, I would try and answer as many questions I could for people about reaching out to brands and creating media kits and how to get sponsored content and monetize your platforms and your content because most people are working from home. So obviously we want to make more money. And now during this full time, I've had a lot more time to actually get these things done. Hi, Mackenzie. How are you? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hi. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I just got it. I waited 3.5 months. There's like a little like white dot on it because of the light, but other than that, it's pretty perfect. I'm pretty excited. So tonight I'll be recording some YouTube videos and new TikToks and stuff like that. So I'll be excited to have them in there. I miss you more. Come over. I'm excited for my podcast. I have my microphone set up. I have everything good to go. I have my software to stream it and record it, and how I can put like guests on there and stuff like that. So I'm really excited. So if any of you want to be on there for any reason, you can. But I've been trying to think of good podcast ideas and people I want to be on here. So I think that'd be a lot of fun. Hi, Jared. How are you? I'm so excited to see how much you've grown. An amazing speed. You're amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that was weird because I was just kind of like taking cross screen. Yeah, it's pretty good size. I didn't want it to be massive because like where I placed it, because the wall is like much higher than the sign. I just wanted to have it placed to where you could actually see it in my videos because I only zoom so far out in my YouTube videos, obviously. So I still want to be able to see it. I have a ton of skincare over there to give away. I forgot to do that today. I'm great, Jared. Thank you. Yeah, definitely been growing a lot lately, so that's pretty exciting. Especially on TikTok, just hit 50,000 yesterday, which I thought was pretty exciting. Had a video just hit 500,000 views yesterday, which is so crazy. I've had almost 2 million views in the last month and a half. Just absolutely insane to me. But yeah, I've been doing since I've been able to do this full time. I've just had so much more time to really expand my amount of like sponsored content and brands. And I found a whole bunch of platforms that you can apply to brand deals on. So you can literally go to them instead of them coming to you. And I found a lot of websites where you can upload, like Maverick is one of them. Influence is one where you can literally upload a profile on there and it has your bio, it has your photos, like some of your work. You can connect your analytics and your social media platforms to it so it shows your overall reach. Um, you can set your required like pay for certain things. Like I have listed all my rates for an Instagram video or a Instagram post and story, a TikTok video, a YouTube ad, a YouTube collaboration, stuff like that. So when brands look at those websites, they can see like, oh, we want to work with him. They already can see the price that I would accept, like the lowest price, and they can reach out. You can also decide whether or not you want to accept like product for a review or exchange, like so it's kind of free technically, which I don't do that anymore. Yes, you're awesome on TikTok. So happy to have found you. So inspiring. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Stacy. That's been crazy. I just need to get my YouTube to like grow like that and we'd be good to go. But yeah, Stacy, I need you in one of my podcasts just because you're an OG. I want you on there. Yeah, everything like I said set up. I just got to actually start recording them. I just don't know what I want to record. Like I have ideas. I just need to write them down and write down my questions and contact some of the people I want in my streams. So I think it'd be a lot of fun. Are you on Patreon? I am not. I have channel memberships here on YouTube. Each level comes with like specific exclusive, like what they call it, not rewards, but perks. And I post like updates and behind the scenes stuff and information just to my community members, like my channel members, stuff like that. And like with my podcast coming out, those people, anyone who has any level of the channel membership will get all my streams early. And I'm also going to include everyone who is a channel member at the end of all my podcasts. That way, like there'll be a screen and I'll have everyone's names. I know some people do that for that Patreon thing. I just have so many platforms and like extensions of platforms, and I can't handle another one, so I'm just going to stick with my YouTube one. I don't know much about the Patreon thing, but oh well. But yeah, so if anyone has any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. I think it's crazy too because like a lot of people think you have to have like massive platforms and like crazy good content to make money off of what we do, and like you really don't. There's so many people who have so much skill and they don't like market it, but they want to make money, but they don't market themselves and brand what they do. But there's definitely a lot that people can do. I just had this conversation with a lady last night. She just turned 21. She has like 700,000 TikTok followers, and she's like, I need to make money. And I'm like, your platform is significantly larger than mine, and if I can do all that I do, you can do it much easier, I'm sure. I'd be interested in joining. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you go to like my main YouTube channel, it should say, like beside the subscribe button, it says join, and then it allows you to click on the memberships. You get like a little colored icon behind your or beside your name whenever you comment on something or join lives or whatever. And then of course you get those perks and the exclusive stuff. Hi Jessica, how are you? I'm actually using StreamYard right now too, so I can like add people to my streams, which I think is super fun. I miss doing that. But I am going to start doing a lot more collaborative lives on my lives here, and then I stream them to TikTok, and then I will be doing a couple Instagram. Did I say YouTube? I meant YouTube Live. I don't know what I said. But I'm going to also start doing Instagram Lives too. So I'm doing one with Ashley Haw, which I'm stoked about. So that should be nice. That'll be on Instagram. And then who was the other one I said for? Nady from Pop Lux Cosmetics. I'm excited to have him on my YouTube channel, so that'd be fun too. I'm great. Thank you, Jessica. Been a long day. Been busy. I just had my Chipotle. Just trying to think of podcast ideas. Then I was going to answer any questions that anyone may have about growing their accounts or contacting brands or media kits or rates, stuff like that. Really anything. I'm just so used to doing my TikTok lives. I keep forgetting I don't want to neglect my YouTube audience. Ashley and Nady. Yeah, I'm so excited. Nady's become such a good friend of mine, and I love that so much. And Ashley, I love her to death. So she doesn't do lives like at all ever. So I'm really excited to do that with her. So we're going to host it on Instagram realistically because she has a massive audience. So we would have a lot more engagement and conversation going on than if I hosted it, obviously. Same thing for the YouTube live. Like I'll do it through StreamYard, but I'll also be able to add Nady if he wants so that it can stream to both of our channels. That way, again, we have a lot more people in the chat and more interaction because his platform is much larger than mine. Do you have any advice for a good skincare regimen for people with eczema? My flare-ups have been on my face lately. As far as eczema, not necessarily. That's more like dermatology level. I mean, I can give good skincare advice for more common skin issues like, overly oily, dry, acne prone, sensitive skin, stuff like that, dark spots, hyperpigmentation, fine lines, that kind of stuff. I'm good with product knowledge, but things specifically for eczema, I wouldn't want to give a recommendation that could cause it to get worse just because I'm not that educated on eczema. Of course, it's a bit on a different level. I also got this new shirt. It's see-through. Like extra dry skin. I know there are products that are specifically for eczema, like skincare products, obviously. I know CeraVe, I'm not a big fan of CeraVe, but I do know that they have products for that. I know that products that have like, what is it, like an oatmeal formula is supposed to be calming and help a little bit. But when it comes to people with extra dry skin, moisturizing is definitely key. Incorporating a serum in addition to a moisturizer is really important. So doing like a hyaluronic acid serum is great, but you always want to make sure that you put a moisturizer on top of it, or else you're going to dry your skin out even more. Really taking it up on before you go to bed is really, really great, of course. Yeah, looking into serums and boosters is really great. Those are like the steroids of skincare, and a lot of people skip over that for some reason. I don't know why. They usually just do like a face wash, a toner, and like a moisturizer, and that's it. But the heavy duty products are the serums and the boosters, like the pure hyaluronic acid or niacinamide, zinc 2%, B5, stuff like that is super helpful. Glycolic acid's amazing. Yeah, the more pure form your products are, the better, in my opinion, just because you're not getting all the extra unnecessary added, fragrance and just ingredients that you really don't need. So like I use most of my skincare is just pure forms of skincare. I like The Ordinary a lot, so I would check them out. From face washes to toners, moisturizers, retinol, retinoids, all that kind of stuff. They do a lot of, it's all like pure form and it's great. It's very affordable. I've been using the Elf Fully Hydration Set and it helps, but I didn't know if there was something similar or better. I would try the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid Serum because it's pure hyaluronic acid and B5, and apply that and then let it dry. It dries in like 20 seconds. And then apply your regular Elf moisturizer on top. I definitely think you'll see a noticeable increase with your hydration. I think a lot of people have this misconception, which I know they have this misconception, but actually the main purpose of a moisturizer is to lock in all of your previous skincare products. That's why you layer your skincare from the least viscous, yeah, like the least amount of viscosity. I don't know if viscous is the word. From lowest viscosity to thickest viscosity. So it's meant to lock all your previous products in. So that's why you want to use a serum before a moisturizer. So yeah, it does help moisturizing, obviously, but it's also the main purpose is to lock everything else in. But that's why you should be using like boosters or serums. Is today Tuesday? Yeah. Do you guys have any podcast ideas? Any podcast ideas? I need them. I love seeing my sign. Also, now I can host my lives through StreamYard on my phone instead of my computer, which is great for one, the setup, and two, because I can stream it in 1080p, whereas before it's like 480 or 720, something like that. And it was like kind of meh when you like watched it back. So I like that because on here, at least it's super, super clear. I don't know exactly what it'll look like once it's posted, but it's like pretty clear in here. You can see how tired I am. Still trying to remember how to change like these banners and stuff like that. It's been a long time. Yeah, I just got a bunch of skincare sent over actually from Spa Subscriptions. I'll grab it and show you. It's very affordable if you want to try it out. Woo. There's some over a crap ton. I still have like 3 winners I need to pick for a giveaway I did with them. I just haven't announced it yet because I've been busy. Yeah, they have a skin booster. It's a serum that I was talking about. It has peptides in it. It's for depuffing, tightening, preventing signs of aging. Doesn't clog your pores. It's paraben free. It's pH balanced, which is super important. So like this is something you'd use before moisturizer. This same thing. I have 2 of those. I didn't realize it. This is a moisturizing facial serum. So this is kind of what I was talking about. I still would always prefer and recommend The Ordinary over stuff like these products just because they are, in my opinion, so much better. But this is a moisturizing serum with retinol. Again, this is something that you would use before a moisturizer. And even if stuff says it has retinol in it, it has such, even when it says that like it has hyaluronic acid in it, it's such a small amount. It's like trace amounts just so they can market it. And you're like, oh, retinol, and you buy it. But like the pure form is always obviously much, much stronger and much more effective. Like even looking at the ingredients, like your actual retinol based products is all the way at the very, very bottom almost. That's where they get you. What else? I have a Lift and Firm day and night cream set with collagen for anti-aging. Fun. And then they sent me a couple things of sugar scrubs for my lips and cucumber hydrogel under eye pads. It is to ease puffiness and swelling, which I don't really think it does anything, but They feel nice. But yeah. Ooh, that was an annoying noise. I need podcast ideas though. So I gotta think of stuff right now when I'm thinking about this. I'm trying to like multitask. I want to try the ordinary, but they have so many different things I wanted to try. Yeah, they do. And I wouldn't try so many, like too many products at the same time. Um, one, because your face needs to get used to new products, especially ones that are stronger and more effective. And two, because I mean, you don't want to like overdo it. So like I would start off with like whatever your main concern is. If it's dryness, look for products that are to counteract that. If it's extra oiliness, same thing. If you need a new face wash, something like that, moisturizer, I would start off small. Like for me, I always use a hyaluronic acid and a niacinamide serum. I use those both every single day. I have a retinoid that I use, but I use the retinoid from Open Formula. I like their products a lot. I have an AHA BHA peel, which is a chemical exfoliant that I use twice a week. I try to use it twice a week. So those are the main products I use from there. I'm getting more self-conscious about hair products, but I should also look into skin products too. Yeah, I think skincare is super important. Like even if you have like an amazing skincare routine, which I do, like you still, I mean, I still get breakouts and irritation, especially if my diet is like out of whack, which it is. I've always hated that this eye is like smaller than this eye. It's like annoying to me. Just need to get a brow lift. Hi, how are you? Yeah, the peel is great, Stacey. Like it makes your skin feel out of this world, like brand new. I leave it on for 15 minutes. It says 10, but I can handle it. I'm used to it. So I leave it on for 15 minutes, wipe it off, and then apply my hyaluronic acid, and my skin feels so incredibly smooth. It's insane. It's crazy. It feels brand new. Kind of your eyebrows. I love them. I'm actually gonna get them microbladed in a couple weeks. My friend is an amazing microblading person. So her name's Alyssa. So she's going to be doing that for me soon. So I'm really excited because like this brow is naturally shorter than this brow, as you can see. Like even just looking straight on, you can see how this has like a tail. Whereas this one like doesn't really. It's very small. And like this one naturally arches more. No, this one does a little bit. But then this one's like angled. Like even if my eyebrows aren't like nobody's ever seen my eyebrows not waxed or plucked or anything. Like normally they're like caveman brows. Are horrible. Like they're like triple this, and there's like no arch, no tail, nothing. It's horrible. I haven't let people see my brows like that in many years. But I'm gonna get them microbladed because then, and it's not gonna look like the tattooed on ones, like where they're like Sharpie brows. Like no, they're gonna. She does like hair strokes, so it's gonna be very subtle, but it's just gonna like create the structure I want for my brows. So like this one, it's just gonna she's gonna wax them a bit and then just get it to where they're like almost ombre look in the front, like I'd want, and it's just solid because there's no real solid, I don't know, solidification, sure. And then give me a longer tail and just make it a bit more arch. And same thing with this one. That way I'll actually be able to have it be as long as this one. So that'll make them look a lot more similar. Because no matter how I do my brows, they don't look that similar because they're so different normally. But yeah. But yeah, so for my podcast, Cody J Uncensored, I think I'll do my first video next week. I have a lot. I just uploaded literally 60 shorts to my video, and I need to get those like all optimized and descriptions and all that and thumbnails and whatnot. And then yeah, so my podcast, like I want to do ones. So the reason I'm doing a podcast, I guess I should say, is that my channel is very niche specific. It's makeup and skincare. Like that's what it is. That's all I talk about for the most part, with the occasional like growth strategy thrown in on a live. But I want to be able to talk about like completely different things and also things that are searchable and that I feel like I can get views on realistically because my YouTube channel is basically dead. So hopefully by doing this, I can incorporate more hot topic things that are not necessarily something you'd normally think you'd find on my channel. But I feel like if I do this podcast long enough that in addition to the makeup and skincare, people will, associate my channel with my podcast. And also that podcast will be like its own variety thing. So I want my channel to be known for makeup, skincare, and like the variety podcast. Like that's what I want. Whereas right now it's just makeup and skincare. So hopefully that it does what I wanted to do. But yeah, then like I said, again, I can talk about completely different things and hopefully capitalize on hot topics and stuff like that. Because right now I can't because there's only so much to talk about in makeup and skincare as far as hot topics. And with what I do, it's products and stuff like that and brands, and there's nothing exciting going on with those ever. So right now it's just drama with YouTubers that nobody cares. Well, I don't care about, but yeah, I just want to be able to talk about other things, and also want to incorporate like more important topics and like heavy topics. And no, there's just a lot I want to talk about, and I think there's a lot of stuff that can be relatable to people and stuff that people want to know more about, and discuss. And there's a lot of things that people have opinions on, and I'd like to get people on my podcast that can talk about like heavier topics. Like I know Oscar Wilde, like I've talked to him a lot. I've talked to him a lot lately, and I'd like to get him on there and talk about his struggle with sobriety, especially being on social media, because I know that's something that's very relatable. Something that I feel like a lot of people would want to listen to. I want to get Candy, who's the owner of Roach's Beauty Cosmetics. I want her on here, which I know she will, and talk about business as you know, from an indie brand standpoint. Same thing with Ashley Brion of Bella & Co. I'd like her on here. I want to get Marley, Lavender Beauty, on here and talk about the business side of social media, and you know, her being Black and trans in the beauty community and dealing with that kind of thing, because I know there's a lot of issues with that with people, because there's a lot of nasty people in the world. So I'd like to know her mindset and stuff like that, and how she deals with that, because I think that's something that a lot of people deal with. Hi, Delilah. Yeah, other than that, like I said, I just want to talk about just important stuff. And then I think also that way I can do my like growth strategies and keep people updated on certain things, because I'm always doing research and always following what like the social media platforms put out, as far as best practices and stuff like that, and their own growth strategies. Like a lot of people put out growth strategies on things that they think works or they say it works, but what's most important to follow, in my opinion, is what the brand, or I mean, what the platform actually says to do. So like right now, Instagram, it was leaked a couple of days ago. Like Instagram says best practices for massive growth was exactly what they said, was to post on your Instagram feed 3 to 5 times per day. That's not happening. And 5 to 7 reels per week, 10 to 15 stories per day, and 20% of them need to be interactive, and 3 to 5 IGTVs a week. Like doing all that is supposed to give you optimal growth. I don't know about you, but I don't have time to do all that. I have enough going on. I have too much social media stuff to do to post 80,000 times a day on Instagram. So I'm trying to do more reels, and those are doing okay. And I'm trying to grow my Pinterest. I went from 4,000 monthly viewers, no, 2.6, no, 2.6 thousand monthly viewers last month. This month, I got to 4.5 thousand, and just this morning it says 25.5 thousand monthly viewers. So I'm working on growing that, because they have a new feature called Story Pins. So I'm trying to take advantage of that. It's exhausting, really. Yeah, it's too much. I'm not doing that, Jessica. It's too much. I don't ever do Instagram lives, and so hopefully maybe that's something that can help me grow a little bit, because Instagram's just dead for a lot of people too. I really thought it would be easier to get my new TikTok audience over to my other social media platforms, and it's just not. Like it has a little bit, but not much. Like I've gotten a couple hundred new YouTube subscribers, which is great, obviously. My Instagram's grown a few hundred, but I don't know. To go from 4,000 to 50,000, I just figured there'd be a lot more traffic migration, but not yet. So hopefully, I mean, I'm going to keep just trying to grow my TikTok, obviously, and try and get those people over to my other platforms, because I feel like that's really the best way to try and grow. I love Pinterest. Never really thought about growing on it though. Yeah, me neither, until I started seeing a lot of people talking about it on TikTok. That's the only reason I started, just because it's a search engine at the end of the day. It's not a social media platform. It's considered a search engine. So it's just a different way of connecting your content there to external places like your website or your blog, or your social media. So that's another reason I started trying. So I'm going to keep up with it, I guess. TikTok is such a different audience. Yeah, it really is. I've seen so many people posting the same look 3 times a day on Instagram, just a different pose, then a reel the same. Yeah, I don't feel like that helps. I mean, would you want to interact or engage with the same thing? No. If I saw somebody post the same photo 3 times with just different poses, I would interact with the first one I saw for the day probably, and then I wouldn't bother the rest of the day, because 1, you probably wouldn't even realize it's a different photo. You probably would think that you already liked it and interacted with it. And 2, because how many times can I say, oh, that's beautiful? You know, like I'm not gonna say that 3 times. makes sense. That's how I use it. Yeah, it's not a social media platform. It's considered a search engine like YouTube. I think people are into those fast entertainments because of short videos. Yeah, short form video is definitely the main thing right now. That's why all platforms are kind of stealing from one another, if you will. Obviously, there was TikTok, and then Instagram has their Reels, which is literally TikTok, and then uh, what is it? Snapchat has Spotlight now, which Spotlight's whatever. I have to be nice to them because they pay me, but it's definitely the least exciting version of short form video. YouTube Shorts, same thing. The thing with YouTube Shorts is like, yeah, it can potentially bring you in a lot of views, but it destroys your average watch time, which essentially hurts your channel a lot. So if you're not getting regular large amount of views and watch time on your regular videos, it can really hurt you. I had a couple shorts that have gotten me probably 25 to 35,000 views on YouTube. Yeah, on shorts, yeah. And my average watch time dropped from like 6 or 7 minutes per video, which is really high actually, to like a minute 15, which is really bad. So it's a toss up. But I did just upload literally 58 to be exact of YouTube Shorts. So I'm gonna get all those, and I'm really gonna try my hardest to get all those done, thumbnails, just everything tonight. That way I can post those periodically. I'm really stepping away a lot from YouTube with my videos just because I put so much time, work, and energy into my videos, and like nobody watches them. So I just feel like it's important to focus on platforms that are rewarding you. And for me, TikTok is the one that's rewarding me with growth and exposure. So I'm trying to put a much larger emphasis on my content and attention there. But I mean, I still upload and interact on all platforms, but like TikTok is my main one because it's actually doing something for me, whereas YouTube is doing absolutely nothing for me. And then hopefully, I said I can drag or draw my traffic over, like bring it over to YouTube and then kind of get that growth going again. And again, that's why I'm starting my podcast. So hopefully I can kind of revamp my channel and like help me. There's always a catch because doesn't YouTube have to be at least 10 minutes to be monetized? Your videos only have to be 8 minutes now to be monetized for in video ads. Even if it's not the 8 minutes, you can have bumper ads on it. And people say you cannot monetize your shorts. That's actually not true. It's when they're viewed on the short shelf, which 80% of shorts are viewed on the short shelf, which is like the category, like to find them. Hi, Lily. They're not monetized there, but your videos can still be found elsewhere on YouTube. So if they watch them regularly, those are the ones that can be monetized. You make hardly no money on it, but hardly any money. But yeah, they technically can be monetized. You just won't get anything from it, really. Like the one that I had one that now I think has 12,000 views on it, and I got like 47 cents. Like it's crazy. Thank you, Delilah. I'm in the process of recovering from bad breakout like a week ago. Oof. Can you speak to Instagram not promoting TikTok videos if you try and cross post? If the logo remains on the IG reel, do they not promote? So that is an actual fact. Instagram has explicitly said, and you can go see it still on their creator account, the Instagram official creator account, their best practices for IG reels. They will not promote any video that has thank you, Tobin, that has a watermark on it. They have image and video scanners, so does Pinterest. They want organic content. So all social media platforms all platforms have this, all platforms use this, and all platforms want you to create organic content from within the app or the platform. So Instagram wants you to create Instagram reels with their own, technology or whatever. TikTok wants you to create within the app. Snapchat wants you to create within the app. But so yeah, if you post a TikTok, if you post a TikTok or any video with a watermark in it on Instagram Reels, like yes, you can still have it be seen by your own followers, but they said that they will not push it in the algorithm. Like they literally said they will not promote it or push it because it has a logo on it or a watermark. So you need to remove your watermarks. So what I do, for example, like when I batch my content, so like the other night I did 52 skincare videos for both for all my platforms. So like my Snapchat ones, since I'm contracted with them, have to be exclusive to them. I can't post those videos anywhere else. So I'll literally be like, here's my video for Snapchat, and then I just re-record it and say it differently and add a couple little different things here and there. So it technically is a different video, loophole. But so what I'll do is I'll film all my videos through my camera. So there's no logos, no watermarks, nothing. And then I upload those to TikTok. And then I also can put those in my folder for my Instagram Reels. I can do those for YouTube Shorts because they'll all be under 60 seconds. Instagram Reels, you can only do 30 seconds right now. So I pay attention to that too. But yeah, so that's good because you can still put that content on other platforms. So I can upload that video to TikTok, and I can also upload it straight to Instagram Reels, and there's no watermark on it. So it's much easier. But if you do have videos that are originally originally from TikTok and it has a watermark, you could just download it without the watermark. There's apps that you can use that I have one. It's called Save Tock, and it downloads it without the watermark. And that way I can upload that to like Pinterest and stuff like that because Pinterest as well won't push it out. You're welcome. Yeah, stuff like that's really important because a lot of people obviously are trying to grow for their own reasons, and if people aren't following like the rules, then they're gonna get screwed. Like I've seen a lot of people like on Snapchat Spotlight where they have like hundreds of thousands of views, if not millions, and they think that they're gonna get paid, which they would have normally gotten paid. But I know at the end, when they do tell them how much money they make, they have to verify content ownership and all that kind of stuff and copyright. And then if they can't, which they won't be able to, they will deny any of the money that they would have made. Like for Snapchat Spotlight, if you're using that, best practices for that is 10 to 30-second videos using music that is approved from within the Spotlight music library. You can't use music from anywhere else. You can't have any watermarks or logos. You can't have fonts that are from outside of Snapchat, and you can't use anyone else's content. You have to be the sole owner of all content posted. What else? You need to make sure you use relevant hashtags. But yeah, the top performing videos, a lot of people don't know that, but Snapchat pays $1 million per day to creators. The top performing videos get split up between that $1 million and they get paid out. And they have up to 45 days to pay you, which they do. They have to pay you within that 45 days. If you do have a video that gets enough views fast enough and you're one of the top performing videos, the Snap team Team Snapchat will directly message you and tell you the dates that video ran, how many views it got, how much money you approximately earned, and then from that point, they verify, like you have to again verify that all the content is yours, none of the rules are broken, all the rules are followed, and then they will send you a link to create a hyper wallet, and then you can get your money paid out to you, and then it goes to your PayPal. Pretty exciting. Yeah, I saw a video yesterday, someone was talking about that, actually made $8 grand, and people were like, that's not true, and I'm like, it is true, people make a lot of money on there. Yeah, everyone's like, oh, I just post my TikToks to it, and like, it doesn't work that way. And every video is manually approved or denied by a moderator. Like even me working direct, like I work with them, I'm contracted through them, through Snapchat. Like all my videos are supposed to be automatically approved because I'm with their campaign. But once in a while, I still have a video that's denied and I have to like re-upload it. And they're like, okay, my bad. Which is kind of annoying, but yeah. Because some like people, you can't do advertisements on there. So a lot of times I'm doing like my eyeshadow palette of the day or my favorite concealer combination, concealer foundation combination. Like it comes off as an advertisement. I'm like, no, it's a recommendation. And a recommendation is not an advertisement. It's me recommending products based on my experiences and preferences, which is my job. So that's they definitely have some little things they need to get worked out. But yeah, people definitely should try to expand. Like if they're trying to grow and you're trying to make money, you should definitely be expanding into all social media platforms and search engines and connecting everything together and trying out new features because it's always the new features that get pushed out the most in algorithms. So like when IG Reels came out, that got pushed the hardest. When like right now, auto captions is been given out to some creators on TikTok. So like I have auto captions now, so I can literally click the caption button and it auto captions it for me, which is something that everybody's wanted for a long time. But the catch is that if you don't have the feature, you can't see those captions. So like I posted a video the other day and I didn't know that before I posted the video, but I posted the video saying like, oh, finally, TikTok gave us this auto caption feature. How exciting, blah, blah. All you have to do is talk, click the button, you're good to go. And then literally it blew up. Like it just hit 500,000 views today. Like in literally one day I got 500,000 views, which is insane to me. But I had to turn the comments off because like 500 people were just calling me a liar. And they're like, so you have auto captions, but you chose not to caption this video. And I responded to every single one of them like all day. I'm like, This video is captioned. You have to have the feature in order to see it. And I post it as my own comment too, like a dozen times. And people just like refused to take 1 second to read my comments or anyone else's comments or my response to their comments before commenting. So I was so tired of it, so I turned it off. And then, yeah, I saw somebody else yesterday post a video saying like, oh, we have it, blah, blah. And everyone's like, oh, great, great, great. Like, didn't give her anything for it. Just automatically believed her. She has 1 million followers and a blue check mark. And I was like, oh, so when I tell everybody about it yesterday, y'all call me a liar just because you didn't listen. But when someone else says it with a blue check mark, oh, cool. I'm like, come on. I'm like, I have no reason to make something up. I even posted a tutorial on how to use it. People are like, no. And I'm like, so I just made this tutorial up, like literally showing you how to do it. All right. Yeah, as social media changes and new features come out, people really need to take advantage of it. It's really, really important as far as growth. But yeah, like with Instagram saying like, all their things for massive growth or maximum growth, I'm not posting 3 to 5 in feed posts per day. No. Could you walk through your decision to work for Makeup Geek? That's how I found you. I'd like to join their team. So Makeup Geek reached out to me last December, like 2 Decembers ago, 2 Novembers ago. They just asked if I wanted to be a part of their affiliate program and PR list, and I said yes, that'd be exciting. I have an affiliate code with them, obviously. I am extremely selective on the brands that I choose to work with. I turn down 99% of affiliate anything and codes offered to me. I get codes offered to me every single day. I turn them all down because at the end of the day, if you're trying to treat all this like a business and make income, having 30 different affiliate codes for brands is kind of pointless because 1, I can guarantee you're not going to make money from all these brands. 2, the brands are so small that they're not generating enough sales, especially using your code to actually make you any money, and they're not reliable or trustworthy most of the time, in my opinion, and from my experiences. So for me, I only accept codes for any type of affiliate ship with a brand if I truly believe in the brand, what they stand for, their products, and I know that I have a chance to actually make money, because that's literally the point. So Makeup Geek I've known about forever. I've followed Marlene Estelle forever. I look up to her very much. So it was really exciting to me to be able to work in one way or another with her and her company. Hopefully it opens up opportunities in the future. So that's exciting for me. So with Makeup Geek, there's no like requirements or anything like that. It's just they give me an affiliate code. I don't promote it often. I don't promote my codes a lot at all, too often, just because I feel like it's annoying. If I'm doing a video or a post that's like using a lot of products from Makeup Geek, once in a while I'll use my code. Like the new liners came out the other day. Of course, I included my code and stuff like that because that's important at that point, because it's a new product and that means I can make some money. And so like that was an easy yes as far as working with them. Morphe, I'm on their Glam Fam, so I have a discount code, not an affiliate code, it's just a discount code. And that's already opened up a lot of opportunities, which has been exciting for me. I got to work on their new filter effect foundation before anybody even knew it existed. I got to try it out for 2 months beforehand and get feedback and criticisms and my experiences and stuff. So that was exciting to kind of know that a product was coming out from such a large brand before people didn't even know it was going to be coming out. So that was kind of fun. But hopefully, again, that opens up opportunities in the future. I accepted an affiliate offer from Bella & Co. It's a really great indie brand. I like supporting that brand a lot. It's important to me for several reasons. And then I have a code for a lash binder. I don't talk about it. I haven't promoted it in like a year and a half. I forgot about it. It's not exciting. I don't even know if my code still works. But that was like a year and a half or 2 years ago, something like that. But I think that's all. I have a discount code for Blend Bunny Cosmetics because my friend owns that brand, Maggie. But yeah, so I'm very particular. I won't accept things. Like I said, if it's an affiliate thing, like if I know it's not going to make me money, it's really not worth anyone's time. And I know so many people get excited because it's a new experience to them. I was there, at some point, at 1.2, like people offer you a code and you just want to accept it so you can say, oh, use code whatever, and it's cool to say and cool to have, but the reality of it is it's more than likely pointless unless it's a brand that's large enough and has enough sales to actually make you money. So just something to think about. Like, I mean, if you don't have any codes and you're starting out and you have a decent platform, yeah, have fun with it. Take a code or two. Why not? Like, cool. Save people some money sometimes. That it's no biggie. But when you get to the point where you're really trying to create income, passive income, and create actual usable income, then I would say be selective because one, people will trust your integrity more. If you're just throwing out 100 codes all the time, people are going to think you're just taking codes for the hell of it just to make money, which again, you can make money and that is kind of the point. But at the same time, I at least am very specific with what brands I choose to work with and codes and stuff like that because one, yeah, I want to make money, but two, also it has to be a brand that I actually believe in and that I want people to actually enjoy and I think will enjoy. And I want people to trust my opinions and my integrity. So that's also why I don't just take every code. And also, if you start taking everyone's codes, everyone knows that you will, and it makes you less valuable. That's also where you get into the situation of people wanting to just give you a discount code instead of an affiliate code. So yeah, really trying to grow and make money, you need to be more, trying to make yourself more desirable and not as easily attainable. Yeah, working with Makeup Geek has been really great. They're extremely supportive. It's been a perfect experience. Working with Morphe has been a perfect experience. Bella & Co has been kind of shaky, but good overall, just communication-wise with certain things. But yeah, I would love to have a code with Milani because I use their products a lot. I love them. They're just great. I would love some sort of code with Elf for the same reason. Other than that, I don't think there's any other brand that I would really want to be an affiliate for or have a code for. I just want really reliable companies, brands, products, something that I use routinely that I love, that I would be confident in promoting and recommending to people, and something that people I know would use a lot. So like I said, yeah, like ColourPop would be a good one, but I'm tired of ColourPop to be honest, but I would still recommend them and support them because they're a good company. Like I said, other than that, like, I don't know. I don't think there's anything else really. So I have my, like I said, I have my Morphe, I have Makeup Geek. Those are like my main brands. I'm just trying to look around and see. That's probably it, really. We'll see. I would like a skincare brand partnership though, for sure. Just because I love skincare so much and I talk about it so much. Stacy, yeah, you need that palette. It's so crazy to me because like I've used this palette, I mean, at least 30 times minimum, and it literally looks like I've not touched it. But I've used it so much. It's so good. I can't wait for the fall palette. She is doing a limited stock right now of these palettes. I just hit myself in the face. Of these palettes for 30% off. They have like minor cosmetic deforms, like a scratch on the back of the palette or the front, or like, there'll be like a little like gouge and a green, something like that. So like the palette's completely perfectly usable. Like, the product itself is perfect. It's just there's like some cosmetic defects. And so she gave some away, and then the other ones she's selling for 30% off, which I think is a good idea. Because why not? I mean, I think there's like 30 or 50 or something like that. Like that's a lot of loss in product, obviously, and income if you're just tossing them to the side. But yeah. Yeah, I was probably gonna be on here for like an hour and then I'm trying to think what else I do. I might do a TikTok live and do a get ready meet with me there, or I might create some of my other videos tonight, which I don't know. I'll probably do a TikTok live and get ready and chat with people, and then because I'm running out of my ideas for my little videos, I need to like sit down and create a new list because I went through them all. Like I still have a decent amount of like makeup ones that aren't checked off, like these ones, but a lot of these are stuff that I can do in like a minute. Not really, but like pretty fast. It's just hard because like with the Snapchat campaign, like I do 5 videos a day, which they're small videos. They're like 10 to 30 or 40 seconds, but like it's hard to think of ideas. Like I have a folder right now that has like 60, I think, videos that are already done sitting in it, but like 5 a day is a lot. So I'm like, oh, 60 is a lot of videos, but really that's 12 days, so it's kind of like it's not that much. So I think what I'm going to do is literally take every single product that I own and do like a, underrated eyeshadow palette and why, overhyped makeup that sucks and why, stuff like that. Because it's like then I can really knock out a lot of just filler videos, because not all my videos have to be like exceptional and like super informative and fun and whatever. Like a lot of them sometimes are just like, here's my eyeshadow palette of the day, just get that video up. You know what I mean? I'm doing 5 a day. Like they don't all have to be crazy, amazing videos. Doesn't really matter. But I think I'm going to do that, and that'll take me a while. But I think for that, I'll just do that for. But that's what's hard for me because it's like I just want to focus on one platform, but like I try to batch my content so much because that makes life so much easier. So it's like, if I'm doing that, instead of recording all those videos one time, I have like 100 products that I could do right now. And that's great. But then it's like, okay, but I have to record it once for Snapchat. Then I have to record that exact same 100 videos slightly different so that it could be its own different video technically, so that I'm allowed to upload it to TikTok and Instagram Reels and Pinterest. So it's kind of like, it's exhausting trying to grow so many platforms at once. It'd be nice if I could just focus on one platform and that's it. But oh well. Also, if I was allowed to post my Snapchat spotlight videos elsewhere, then I wouldn't have to do it twice, but I can't do that. So that's kind of annoying. But. Do you guys have any exciting plans for your week? It's finally starting to warm up here. It's been like 65 for the last couple days, and it's supposed to rain the next, I think, until Saturday, and then be back in the 60s again. I've been outside doing yard work. That's why I look exhausted. My back hurts. Oh, and Stacy, I was introduced to your daughter. I think it was your daughter. Yeah, your daughter the other day. Was 68 here today. That sounds wonderful. Week starting out great. Hope to finish great as well. I hope so too. I literally lose track of like the day and the week these days. It's crazy to me. I got my notification to get my shot for the pandemic issue. We got to watch what words we use on YouTube because they're about things, but you know what I'm talking about. So I don't know, for lots of reasons, but I got my notification, right, email saying that I'm eligible to get it for because pre-existing conditions and stuff. So we'll see. Oh, I'm glad, Stacy. I'm so ready for this world to get back to normal. I just want to meet people and go places and travel. Just working a bunch of overtime. Is that a good thing, Delilah? Overtime means more moolah, but also more work. If it's open and not too busy, I want to see that Godzilla versus Kong movie. Yeah, there's like been no movies coming out, which is for like all this time. It's so annoying. But like I wouldn't normally watch a movie like that, but I was like, well, there's nothing else, and it looks kind of action packed. So I was like, yeah, maybe. That's a bummer. You can't use your Snapchat content across other platforms. Makes a lot more. Oh yeah, I know it's annoying. Like literally, I'll sit here and be like, so this is how you spot correct, blah 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 blah, blah. And that's my Snapchat video. And then I'll be like, oh, so you have that pesky pimple you want to cover up ASAP? Let me show you how you can spot correct. So it's that way, like it's the same content, but like it's two completely different videos. Like the way I say everything, I just move it around and change my wordage. That way they can't be like, oh, that's this video. It's like, no, it's not. It's literally a different video. It just has the same information. It's worked so far, but it is kind of annoying because I just sit here and I just talk for hours. But I film my videos TikTok, Snapchat, TikTok, Snapchat. So when I record them, the first version I do will be for TikTok. The second one is for Snapchat. So then when I do my next topic, it's TikTok and Snapchat. That way I know when I move my files into my folders, like which one goes to which. That way I'm not like mixing them up. I'll find out in May-ish if my contract with them gets extended. So that'll be hopefully a good thing. Like hopefully it does, obviously. I just want to travel more so I can go also collaborate with people in person. Like I was supposed to collaborate with Nady last March or last March. And that didn't happen because of obviously uh, Just doing more self-care and eating pie with friends on Saturday. That sounds fun. Do you mind going into your YouTube background a bit more? You have 4.5 subs, and there's only 5 viewers. That's a bit surprising. No, it's actually not surprising whatsoever. Lives don't draw a lot of people in typically. Even on TikTok, I have 55,000 or 50,000 on there, and usually I get about 30. I follow a lot of people, like my one friend Michelle. She has almost 700,000, and she usually has about 60 to 100 people in her lives. One, YouTube does not put out your notifications to everybody. Even if everyone has your notifications on, they only do a certain percentage of your subscribers, and then based on how those subscribers interact with that initial notification, YouTube will decide whether or not to tell more people or less people about it. Same thing with regular videos. That's why posting at certain times of the day is important at certain days. If I were to post a live or a video at like 4 in the morning, even if people got the initial wave of people who got the notifications, nobody's going to click on that at 4 o'clock in the morning, which means YouTube will not push that out to anybody else. So that just creates for a really bad video. So me doing this late at night is never a good thing. But yeah, that's also why I stopped doing YouTube lives, just because originally I would have like, I don't know, 20 to 30 people in my lives routinely, and then people stopped joining them. So I stopped doing them because it's kind of wasting my time. That's why I do most of my lives on TikTok. But no, it's the same thing for regular videos too, so it's not weird at all. I wish I got a lot more, but I don't. Like, and that's what's crazy to me too, is I can see exactly how many people get my notifications for like even regular videos. So out of 4,500 subscribers, only 480, I think the last time I looked, actually have my notifications on to begin with. So 4,000 people who subscribe to me do not get any of my notifications unless they're in the YouTube app or on their desktop, and they literally click over to my subscription name or whatever you want to call, like my channel name, and then see my new video, or if it shows up on their home feed or whatever. So only 10% of my total subscribers actually have their notifications on. So from that, only that 10%, only a fraction of those subscribers actually get the notifications in the first wave from YouTube when you go live or you post a new video. And then from there, like I said, more or less will get notified depending on their actions. So that's why YouTube is so hard to grow. YouTube is definitely one of those platforms where if you already have success in a platform, like it's much easier for you. And if you're smaller, it's so difficult. Does TikTok notify your subscribers that you go live? Yes. If you have a high performing live, typically, which mine is considered that, like they literally tell you, then yeah, they will tell a lot of people. So like I'll click live, and most times as soon as I click live, I'll have like 30 to 40 people immediately. Like it doesn't build up. And also it depends on the time of the day, of course, too. But yeah, they'll notify them. And if more people interact and like and stuff like that, it's the same thing. Yeah, YouTube is extremely tough. That's why I really have slowed down with it a lot, because it doesn't really reward you. Like on average, I have about 1,200 to about 2,500 viewers on my TikTok lives every single time I'm live. At the end, it shows you how long you streamed for, how many viewers there were, average watch time. Yeah, on average, I hit usually almost always about 1,800 on TikTok on like a bad day, I guess I should say, of viewers. Whereas on YouTube, I'll get maybe, I don't know, it depends on how long I'm live, but like a couple hundred maybe. Usually lives do better once they're posted, because then I can have a thumbnail, I can have my, SEO and all my metadata and stuff like that set up. But yeah, it's disappointing, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm shocked there's only a few viewers. Yeah, I'm not. It's just that's YouTube for you. But it is really crazy sometimes when I watch other accounts that have or other channels that have like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of subscribers, and like they only have a few hundred or a couple thousand viewers, and that's just crazy to me. Like last night, for example, there's a Britney Spears impersonator on TikTok. She has a couple 100,000 followers, and she was so excited that she finally hit 100 consecutive. She finally hit 100 concurrent viewers on her live, and I'm like, you have a couple, like I think she has almost 200,000, 300,000 followers, and I'm like, and she had never hit, or didn't often hit at least 100 at one time, which I think is so crazy how that works. You would think a majority of them would be notified or would want to join. That said, I have a good time on my TikTok lives. I have a lot of interaction, a lot of comments, a lot of everything. It's a good time. YouTube lives, not so much. Man, I thought I wasn't growing slowly because I sucked. No, it's truly not. And like, not to sound a certain way, but it's like my YouTube videos, I feel like are produced very well. They're informative and slightly entertaining. At least I try to go for that. You know, my setup's nice, my lighting is nice, my quality is good, the audio is good, like everything's good. And even if it's like a hot topic video, like it just doesn't matter. If someone else, like all these other people that are much larger, if they get videos out first, or even if they don't, like they have the initial views and the subscribe and support system that their videos get pushed out so much more than smaller creators. It's so hard. Thank you, Delilah. Like my makeup geek liner video that I posted the other day has like 70 views on it. Like that's pathetic. Like it literally makes me want to quit YouTube, honestly. Like I put so much time and effort into everything that I do, and it's like at YouTube at least, it does nothing, like absolutely nothing. It's horrible. It really is. But it's like I had my video up first for like hours and hours and hours and got 70 views. Like that's crazy to me. Oh, you're fine. Yeah, that's the sad part about YouTube. Yeah, it really is. It's I don't know. I'm getting really kind of sick of it. Like I don't want to stop using it because it was my like original platform, and I don't want to stop using it because it's the platform that can bring me the most consistent income if and when I get to that point. And that's very important, obviously, because you're not waiting on brand deals or sponsorships or anything like that. You're just your AdSense, gives you that money. But that's again why I'm trying to incorporate this new podcast that I'm coming out with in hopes that I can start bringing back that viewership and watch time and stuff like that, and hopefully be able to capitalize on better topics. Hope that it does something for me. And as much as I don't really want to, like I can maybe start offering my commentary on beauty community drama and influencers and situations, because I know a lot of people, although I don't really like that stuff, a lot of people do and they want to hear about it. So maybe I can capitalize on that. We'll see. At this point, it seems like I want to do things a specific way, but it seems like at this point that I can't do it exactly how I want to do it, just because it's not what the people want and it's not what YouTube wants from you. So you kind of have to adapt to it. And I just don't like that, but it is what it is, I guess. I watched your liner video. Thank you, Kendra. Hi, Carrie. Yeah, Delilah, I do too. I do too. I mean, to put it in perspective, I've gotten just about 2 million views in the last 45 days on TikTok. Just about 2 million views in 45 days, basically. This week alone, I've gotten 800,000 views on TikTok. I have 130,000 views on YouTube in 2 years, 2.5 years. So 500,000 views yesterday on one video on TikTok, 132,000 views total, over 200 videos in 2 years on YouTube. They're very different. Because on TikTok, it's all about putting you to people because they want you to be on the platform. They want people to watch it and they reward you. Whereas on YouTube, they just don't do it. It just doesn't help you anymore. Like they don't support smaller creators. They don't push you out. It's not as engagement based as it used to be. It just really is about, in my opinion, and from what I've seen, experience, and read, if you already have the initial support system and that immediate subscriber base and viewership, your videos are the ones that get blasted. That's why it's so hard for small creators. If only 400 people out of my 4,500 have the potential of getting my notifications and only 10% of those people actually click through and watch it, which I can literally see that. Okay, there's 40 views. Like YouTube, that's nothing for YouTube, you know what I mean? That's why it's so hard. That's why you hear so often people say, turn on my post notifications, blah, blah, but people just don't. Yeah, so at 4,500, if the average of 10% of that 10% of the 10%, which is like 40 or 45 views, like that's nothing for YouTube. They're not going to help you and push your video out. That's why it's so hard. Whereas TikTok's not like that at all. You put a video out and people are just going to see it at some point on their For You page. And if they stop and watch it and interact, you get rewarded. The next person shares it and watches it, you get rewarded. Let's push it out more. Same thing with the lives. The more people hit like and comment, stuff like that, the more TikTok pushes your lives out the For You page on other people. They just keep rewarding you for just doing your content, whereas YouTube just doesn't, and it's hard. It's exactly, Ronnie. It's completely different. YouTube is extremely different. YouTube is extremely different. The algorithm is completely incomparable to TikTok. It's literally, TikTok is very fair. It really is. Even if you have bad videos, whatever, like it's very fair. I'm a nobody on TikTok and I had a video hit 500,000 yesterday. I'm a nobody that has gotten almost 2 million views in less than 2 months. Like that's crazy. That's so good. Anyone could blow up at any time. It just depends on the content you put out and how people react to it. Whereas on YouTube, you can put out the best produced, most informative, entertaining content. But if your initial subscriber base doesn't like pull through for you, pretty much, then YouTube isn't going to pull through for you, and that's what's hard. I don't know how many views I have. It can't be good. TikTok is so much more rewarding, but I feel like it'll be harder to TikTokers to YouTube because they want short videos and YouTube isn't. Yeah, exactly. That's why they incorporate that short form, like the YouTube Shorts. So it's the same thing. But yeah, and even like the Creator Fund on TikTok, I have not joined it and I won't join it anytime soon because even with the 2 million views I've gotten, that would have gotten me $30. Like that's not worth it. Like I don't care. I'm not going to go through the tax stuff for $30, here and there. Can you monetize TikTok content or get sponsorships? Yeah, you can join the Creator Fund once you meet the requirements. It has been 10,000 followers and 10,000 views in the prior like 30 days, but they're actually changing it to 100,000 views in the prior 30 days. And people are complaining about it. But at the same time, if you're complaining about 100,000 views, you're not ready for the Creator Fund because if you're struggling getting that much views, like there's no way you're going to make any money whatsoever. You need to make millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of views per month to actually make money. Garrett Nolan averages 30 million views a month on TikTok, and that equals about $2,000 for him. $2,000 is $2,000, but that's still 30 million views. I've gotten 2 million views in the last month and a half, pretty much, and that would have gotten me like $30. Like it's nothing. But yeah, you can also get sponsorships and stuff like that. My older daughter got over 280,000 views on a favorite video. That's what I'm saying. It's the craziest thing. Like the videos that I put the most work into, that I want to do best, flop, and the videos where I do nothing are the ones that do so well. Like the 500,000 view yesterday was literally just saying, hey, TikTok just put out a new feature with auto captions. All you have to do is talk before you video, click the auto caption button, you're good to go. Bye. 500,000 views. Like what? What? I have a video of somebody just being rude to me, and I'm just like, makeup's for everybody. Like fuck off, pretty much. Oops. And that one got 300,000 views. Like it's the videos that you don't even try to have be successful are the ones that blow up. The ones you want to blow up, 7 views. Like it's just crazy. It's really hit or miss. But definitely the more engagement you get, the better. So watch time is super important. And that's also why my video yesterday blew up so much, because when I look at the analytics, the video was like 12.8 seconds long, but my average watch time was almost 14 seconds. So the average watch time was actually more per person than the actual video was, because people were watching it several times in one sitting. So that's why it really blew up, because not only is that's more than 100% watch time, because a good watch time is about 70% on TikTok. So to have like 110, 120% watch time is massive. So they were just pushing that video out like crazy. Hi. He's slaying the curse word. I think it'll slide in there. I know. Yeah. Oh, well, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? He needs to stick to singing to his cat. Yeah, he's done with it, I think. It's so funny because every video he posts, at some point, someone says, I'm here for the cat. Where's the cat? He's all about thirst traps now. I posted quite a few videos on YouTube, and the one I put the least amount of work in and is one of the shortest, gets up to 13 views every 2 days. Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird. My best performing video on my YouTube channel is the stupidest one on my channel. It's literally a 60-second lipstick swatch of the Hank and Henry lipsticks from one of their collections that was like all glittery looking. I just swatched them real quick, and that one got like, I think it's at like, I don't know, 12 or 13,000 views. When did you realize you wanted to do makeup as a career? I don't really know. When I finished cosmetology school, like I just didn't really think anything of it. And then I went to work at Honda miserably for all these years. And then I just started watching tutorials and stuff like that, and really enjoyed what people were doing and like the community at the time. The beauty community now is atrocious. It's embarrassing, and it's horribly toxic and nasty. But there's some good people. But no, I just started getting into it, and I just started practicing, and then I don't know, I just wanted to join it, so I did, and then I just kept practicing, and then went back to school and got my makeup artistry certification just for client work. Because I'm a licensed cosmetologist, so I already could work on clients legally, but I just wanted my extra certification just because, so I could say I have it, and because people sometimes want you to have it just because they think you should. And then just I started really paying attention to treating my platform like a brand and like a business, and just started going from there really to the point where I could make it a full-time career. A lot of people have no idea how much I do, and that's, I think, I don't know, it's kind of funny. Like even like family or friends, whatever. Like people think I just do makeup, take a photo, and call it a day. But what I do is significant. I teach classes almost every single day. For one, I create media kits for people. I optimize people's social media bios to help them get discovered more. I'm constantly doing optimization on all my videos, content, platforms myself to keep everything up to date. I am constantly researching keyword strategies and just topics that are being searched on social media. I'm constantly creating content for all my platforms, batching content every single day for all my platforms, editing photos, videos for myself or other people, which people don't know that. I'm helping other people always. I'm sending emails every single day, reaching out to brands, perfecting my media kit, working on sponsored content. Now my Snapchat job, it's nonstop all day, every day. It's extremely exhausting. Where would you recommend a new creator start, YouTube or TikTok? TikTok for sure. TikTok is the most rewarding platform right now as far as exposure. And the thing is, what's so good about TikTok is it's so interactive based and engagement based and niche specific that if you stay in your own lane, like it's really good. Like once in a blue moon, I'll get some stupid ignorant comment from someone, but like 99% of the comments are always very uplifting, positive, and just supportive and great. Like it's fantastic. But it's when you like veer outside your own niche and like the other sides of TikTok see your videos is when you can run into trouble. So like me, obviously, man in makeup is very, people can be very opinionated on that. So like when I do my hashtags and my content, I make sure it's all makeup related, beauty related, stuff like that. That way it's a very strong chance that the only people that are going to be shown this are people that have interacted with me already or this type of content. So it's going to be shown to people who would want to see it for the most part. Again, you still get the occasional pop in and out here and there, pop in here or there. But so like yesterday when I did that, the caption video that has nothing to do with the beauty community. It has nothing, the hashtags weren't makeup related. Like had nothing to do with my niche of TikTok, my side of TikTok. So it was shown to obviously 500,000 people that did not care about makeup stuff whatsoever. So that can bring in a lot of negativity. And also videos like that, I think I gained like 300, no, now I guess since then, 800 followers since yesterday, which is crazy. That's nothing. 800 followers on a video that has 500,000 views is nothing because it's not niche specific. If that would have been a makeup video that blew up and got 500,000 viewers, I would have gotten significant followers from that. So stuff like that was really important too. Like my first video that ever did well got like 200,000 views, and I was reacting to someone else's makeup, and that got me 15,000 followers in 2 days. So it's like, so if you figure out how it really works and the best practices, you can really grow a lot faster. Like I've grown 45,000, 46,000 followers in 3 months. Like it's crazy. But yeah, TikTok, I definitely would start there and make sure you're very specific about your content and who you want it to be delivered to. And also try your best to only interact with similar types of accounts as you. That helps a lot too. You don't even see viewer too much, correct. And also my seasonal business is starting up now, so that's also exhausting even more. But that's why I batch my content so much, because it allows me to not just want to die. Like I couldn't imagine trying to create all the content I do and everything I do every day and uploading. There's absolutely no way. I have enough content right now for every platform that I could post consistently every single day for about 4 weeks, probably about a month probably, and not have to create anything. I could literally just sit here every single day and do nothing for about a month and post consistently on every single platform. But I do that for in case I get sick, if I need to do other things, focus on other things. My detailing starting up, I need to focus on that. I need more time available to do that. With me teaching so many classes now, I obviously can't create all day. I do a lot of lives now. So like I'm literally tonight, it's 8 o'clock, and I will be going live on TikTok here in a little bit. And I'll be on there for a couple hours and do a get ready with me. So thank you, Carrie. Yeah, so lives have been taking up a lot of my time because lives are very rewarding. Like I can grow a couple thousand in a couple hour live if people are there and interacting a lot. So tonight, hopefully, will be good. Get ready with me is usually do the best. No, I wish my YouTube ones did more, but if it was on a better day of the week, usually Thursdays or Fridays do best as far as posting. Like your analytics literally show you the best time for your channel to post videos and lives and what time, the day and time. So if I posted it earlier, it was a more exciting topic, it would do better. So like whenever I do videos like this that are like informative, people don't watch them live typically, but a lot of people will find them later on because then they become searchable when I optimize them and stuff like that. But if I was doing a get ready with me or had someone on here, then typically I'd have a lot more viewers because people would actually want to watch that. That's how I'm excited too to get some of these YouTube collaborations going soon, hopefully. Like, and it sounds whatever, but it's like I do so much for other people, so it's kind of nice to finally be on the like receiving end of like the help or the connection, little social climbing a little bit, because I do that for everyone else. So like to do a live with like Nady, who has like 200,000 YouTube subscribers, like to have my face plastered in front of all these people that will be on his live, that could be really good for me and that could really help me grow. I'm like plateaued right now for my channel, and I'm trying my hardest to figure out how to get over that plateau, but I've been stuck for so long. Again, so that's why I'm trying to do this podcast, and hopefully that helps. And hopefully if I do these YouTube streams with other people, then I'll be able to get an influx of new subscribers that really are, they're new to me and my content, so they're not tired of seeing me for the last 2 years. And hopefully that revamps my content and how it does. I think that's a lot of it too, is that there's a lot of people that have followed me on YouTube for 2 years, and even if I do a great job or a good enough job or whatever, like I think people are tired of seeing me, which is fine. That happens. Like I'm subscribed to a lot of people that I don't watch their videos, and I have nothing against them at all. You're just so used to seeing them, you just kind of get tired of it. That's also why I've slowed down. Like I went 2 weeks without posting a video on YouTube, which before I was posting there every day. Then I slowed down to every like 3 or 4 a week. Then I slowed down to every other day. Then I was doing 2 a week, then 1 a week, and now I'm just kind of like, meh, post when I post. Do you suggest posting on social media? I agree. Instagram and TikTok daily? Absolutely. TikTok, you should be posting 3 to 5 times. Absolutely. And Instagram, you should post at least one feed post a day. I would say don't overdo it, even though they say to post more. I would not overdo it, but I would, like right now for me, I'm just posting one Instagram photo or video a day, and then I do a couple of my reels. But the trick with reels to one, not crowd your feed and crowd your profile grid is to post your reel to IG Reels and then have it clicked on to post to your feed. But then once it's posted, go to your profile, click on that Instagram reel that shows on your main profile, not the IG one, but or the real one, but your actual profile. You know what I mean? And there's a button that says remove from profile grid. So that will remove the video from your profile grid, but it'll still be on your IG reel grid. So that way it still shows up in the feed of all your followers and they see it and they can interact with it, and then it's going to do better, but it won't actually be on your profile, like your main profile. Does that make sense? Made sense in my head. I don't have the guts to post to TikTok. I did one. It was scenery from talking about. It's fun. I have had a pretty good experience overall. I've had a couple of negative things, but it's been pretty good overall. I've met so many amazing people. Can't wait to see you get your first million here. That's gonna be amazing. Can you imagine? I don't know. If things don't change quickly, it'll never happen. It just won't. I need some like big opportunity or some big moment for it to happen. It's not gonna happen just with my own content, it seems. But I feel like that's how it is for a lot of people. Yeah, I would do that. TikTok is one of those things. Your videos get served to different people every time you post. It's not just your own followers. It's like people on For You page and stuff like that, and with hashtags and what time of the day it is. It's served to different people every time. So if I posted 10 videos today, I usually post like 5 or 6 a day because I have so much saved up. But if I post 5 times a day, literally every single video could be seen by completely different people. And that's the beauty of it. And every time you post, it's a chance for it to really pick up, attention. You don't have to do crazy things with TikTok. I don't like makeup transitions are very easy, so I do those sometimes. Other than that, I just post my like tips and tricks and techniques and little mini tutorials and product reviews and recommendations. I don't do anything too crazy. I react to people's makeup looks sometimes. I do duets with people sometimes. I respond to people's people. They have a Q&A tab for some creators now, so like people can leave questions and I can go up to that Q&A tab and respond in the form of a video. So that's easy content. You don't have to do anything but just answer someone's question. And those do pretty well. Like I had a video that got 100,000 views like a week ago. Somebody asking me, what are my preferred pronouns and what do I do for work? I said he, him, and I'm a professional makeup artist and content, social media content creator. It's like a 5-second video got me 100,000 views for just answering someone's question because it's a newer feature, so they're pushing it out more. Where do you see your analytics on TikTok? If you click the, like, I'm trying to like visualize it. Click on your little face, go up to the top right, click the little 3 buttons, and then you scroll down and it says creator tools, I believe, and then it'll say analytics, and then you can see everything from there. I had to like close my eyes and picture it. And it'll show all your analytics if you have a creator account. That's tomorrow, Wednesday, yeah. But your analytics are very important because one, you can see which videos are doing best and the velocity of growth for them. So you know to create more similar content like that. And also it shows you like your follower growth and stuff like that, which is obviously important. The best times to post throughout the day, which is helpful. For me, I try to make sure like I post throughout the day, like every couple hours, like every 2 or 3 hours. Like I typically would not post like a video now and then like 1 hour later. Like at least it's got to be at least 2 hours for me to post again because I want to give it time to do its little thing and not overwhelm people that may see multiple videos of mine per day. But also, if you click on like your live option, it'll tell you roughly how many people that are your followers are currently active on TikTok. So like early in the morning, it'll like for me now, it'll say like 8 to 11,000 people are active. That's not a lot for my current following. So I wait. Usually I post when it's like 13 or 14,000 to like 20,000 active followers. That's when I will post because that's usually the most that I see out of the 50 that are active at one point. So posting then is really good because then there's more chances of your followers who are currently on TikTok at that moment to see your video when it pops up. So you get that initial boost of views and watch time and engagement, and then it helps push it out to new people. Whereas if you did that on the flip side and you only had 6,000 active out of 50, you're not going to get a lot of views and stuff right off the bat, which means it's not going to get pushed out harder, which means it's not going to get on the For You page as much, which means not new viewers or engagement or watch time, which means it flops. So stuff like that's very, very helpful too. What brand of makeup do you recommend for those who don't know how to do their makeup? I don't think that's really like those questions kind of don't really, those things don't really go together. Makeup is makeup for the most part. Skill level doesn't really translate to makeup brands, in my opinion. Unless you're just talking like price wise, because you don't want to like waste expensive makeup because you're not at a certain level. For that, I would stick with like ColourPop. They're affordable. Morphe, Elf, NYX, Milani. Those are all really affordable. You can get a lot of affordable drugstore makeup like Elf or Milani, L'Oreal, Maybelline. They all do a pretty good job. Like I wouldn't recommend, ABH or Jeffree Star or Makeup Geek for the most part to like people who struggle with their makeup application because they can get a bit pricier and like you just don't want to waste, expensive products. I mean, I wouldn't. I would not spend a lot of money on anything for the longest time because I'm like, I'm not good at makeup, so I'm not going to waste it. But even some foundations that are like, I mean, even now, like Born to Glow from NYX is like $8. It's one of the best foundations I've ever used. It's fantastic. The Milani 2-in-1 Conceal and Perfect is like $9. It's one of the best foundations I've ever used. Like, there's a lot of affordable makeup for sure. How did you grow Instagram following? Well, my original Instagram account had 30,000 and that one went away. So now I have a new one. I only have like 3,200 on there. So it's been hard to grow my Instagram just because Instagram itself, the algorithm and everything has changed so significantly. It's much harder now than it was a few years ago. That account got all messed up and hacked and ruined. I can't get it back and I can't use it. So I just started a new one like a year ago. So it's been hard to grow, but I'm finally back to growing. But like I got to the point where I was getting like 10,000 impressions per photo, like per upload, which was fantastic. And then the algorithm changed again and like everyone got hit with it. And now I was averaging like 400 impressions, which is horrible. Like your hashtags would not get any views or impressions or anything. So it just like hashtags just were not working for people. So now like the more engagement I get, the more other features of Instagram I'm using, the more it's getting pushed out again. So I'm getting back up to like a couple thousand impressions per post. Like before I was averaging like 300 to 400 likes per per post, which is fine. That's pretty good for my following. And now it's like, I'm lucky if I hit 200. But before, like, it dropped back down to like 50. Instagram's been a mess for people. Like, everyone hates it. But again, you don't see the large creators complaining because, yeah, they have millions of followers and maybe they went from 10 million likes per photo to 7 million likes, but they're still getting 7 million likes. You know what I mean? So it's not a big deal for them. They'll still get the money. They'll still get the engagement and the following, the boosting. Whereas, again, the smaller creators are the ones that really get screwed. Yeah, I had an original Instagram a long time ago, and I gained like tens of thousands of followers on my own. And then I had a management company take over my account, and I just would provide the content, and they would post it for me. And they were supposed to make sure everything was optimized and everything was going the way it's supposed to go and promote it organically. And they weren't, and it got very spammy and it got very messy. And they were doing like follow, unfollow, which is actually against the rules of TikTok. It's in their terms of services, stuff like that. And it just was, it literally ruined my account to where like organic engagement just was not happening and it looked messy. So I took down it took down everything. I think you could still find the account somewhere. Like I don't even have it like installed, or I've looked at it in the longest long, like a year and a half probably, but I'm sure it's still out there somewhere. I just don't know where it's at. I mean, I could find it. I don't look at it. Yeah, it's like I don't use it at all. Because I tried to delete it back then, but like I don't think you can delete an account. I don't know. I couldn't find a way to delete it. So I had to start all over. But now I have a good aesthetic and layout for my page. I do 2 like makeup looks or videos, and I do a product photo, and then 2 makeup looks or videos, and then a product photo. So that way it's like 2 solid kind of columns or whatever, and then like a product column. I think it just gives my feed a little bit of an aesthetic, which I kind of like. Found you through Reels. I went to search for someone who popped up. Well, that's good. IG engagement groups are really bad. Instagram themselves has said that it's very detrimental to your account because it's not considered organic growth because you're manipulating the engagement because they would not be engaging with your content otherwise. So if you go from an average of 20, or if you go from an average of 5 saves per photo and you join a group of 20 people, and now you're going from 5 to 25 or 30 saves on every single video, all of a sudden, immediately, that is viewed at like it can get flagged for spam because that is spam, and it falls into their deceptive practices clause in their terms of services. And what is it? What's the other one? It's like metric inflation is the other one. So no, they're not good to be in. And also, your DMs are monitored by and scanned by Instagram. That's a fact. So when people are like, "Hey, new post," like if you have a group and all you see in that post, all Instagram sees or scans in that group is new post, new post, new post. It's very clear what it is. So a lot of people got their accounts kind of ruined by that too. Their overall engagement would drop once they either left those groups or whatever. Yeah, so I would not recommend them at all. That's why some people, to try and get around it, they go to Telegram and something else to kind of do the same thing. Or they'll do a Twitter group or a group chat or whatever somewhere else, and then you tell them, "Hey, I have a new post over there." Then they can go over to Instagram and do that because it's less spammy. But yeah, if you all of a sudden have this massive influx and engagement and views or likes or whatever, yeah, it's definitely viewed as spam. I personally will not do that. I don't want to ruin the work I've had to put in again because it's already been ruined once. I'm very careful with stuff like that. People also do a lot of stuff with like browser extensions or apps that post on their behalf or stuff like that. And actually, again, even if people can get away with it for a little while, it literally does strictly go against their terms of services. People seem to forget that when they sign up for platforms, all those rules and everything are provided to them. People just, and they accept it when you sign up for it, but people just ignore it and forget about it. But there are actual black and white, on paper, if you will, rules for a lot of things. People just don't know about them because they don't take the time, or they just ignore them and think they'll get away with it. And a lot of people get in trouble with stuff like that. But yeah. Yeah, organically is the best way. Those groups are just, it's just spammy, and it doesn't really, it may benefit you right away with some vanity metrics, like, oh, you can see that in your insights that you have 20 saves all of a sudden instead of 0, but it's not going to help you organically when you're posting because you're still not going to get those actual organic engagements. I've never heard of any of this. All I do is research this kind of stuff. I spend many hours every single week. It's part of my classes that I teach. All my information comes directly from social media platforms and people who are authorized through the platforms to provide the information. Just like with Snapchat, I work directly with them. So any information I have on Snapchat is 100% factual because it comes directly from the platform itself. And that's what's hard, Carrie, is it's kind of a toss up. Like if you get away with it a little bit for a little while where, yeah, you get that immediate vanity improvement of, oh, now I have 20 more likes per photo. I have, a little bit more reach per photo just because you are getting that engagement. But when it drops off and you decide to leave that group or whatever, or other people leave and you're not getting as much, all of a sudden you drop that engagement completely. Instagram is definitely going to be like, what's going on? Because you went from nothing to a whole bunch to now all of a sudden none, and it's not on their end. It's one thing if the algorithm affects your content and the reach and the performance because that's their algorithm and it's for them to decide. But if people are manipulating the algorithm, which people try to do that with their like save groups and engagement groups, you're manipulating the algorithm, which is deceptive practice. It literally says it in their thing. It's considered a deceptive practice and engagement inflation. You can get your account flagged and banned. Same thing with the programs, like I said, that post for you and organize your stuff or whatever. Like if you go, it's the partner directory is what it's called in Instagram. You can find their partner and the partner directory. Is it partner? Yeah, partner directory. How many times can I say that? And it'll tell you all the apps that are authorized by Instagram to be used for Instagram. So like StreamYard, which is what I'm using right now, is authorized through YouTube. So I can stream to YouTube, I can stream to Facebook, my group and my page, but you cannot stream this to Instagram because it's not authorized. There's ways around it where you could do an RSS feed and kind of force it into Instagram, but your account can be banned for that because it's not authorized and it's not allowed and it's deceptive. But this is my full-time job. So like knowing these things and being accurate with it is kind of like important. Do you have plans to create your own makeup line? No, I have a lash collaboration that came out last year with a brand, and I have an eyeshadow palette that's going to manufacturing right now with a brand, but my own stuff, no. I never even realized it was an issue. Yes, I just thought of it as friends helping each other out. Now I really feel guilty that I might have messed things up for them. I mean, it wouldn't be really your fault. People should take more time to kind of research things. And that's the thing. It's innocent ignorance is what I would call it. Like there's so much that people don't know about a lot of social media platforms because they really don't have reason to, but also because people don't really do a lot of due diligence and they see a lot of other people doing things, so they just do it too, and they think that it's okay. But then it's when they get screwed and their content gets ruined or their platform gets ruined, and and they don't know why, but the answers are already there. They just didn't know. I get stressed. Yeah, Kendra, I get stressed because it's like I want my platforms to do well and grow, and that's fine. So I'm really happy that my TikTok is really growing. I've been putting a significant amount of work into it. Like my Snapchat, I have a verified Snapchat account now. I'm a public figure only because I work with them. But we'll never forget partner directory now. Yeah. But but it's nice because it's like even though I don't have the largest platforms in the world, I'm doing it correctly and I'm still getting exposure and people are still like finding out who I am enough to want to work with me. Like that's crazy to me that Snapchat, I'm nobody, in the scheme of things. Like I'm fungus compared to some people. Like Snapchat wants to literally directly work with me for like 3 to 6 months. Like that's mind blowing, So like that's exciting because that can come with more exposure and growth, which is great. TikTok's kind of growing for me, so it's like I can get exposure from that and hopefully grow my other platforms that are harder to grow because like YouTube is so saturated, so hard to grow. Even larger creators do complain about it, even though they're still making millions of dollars, but whatever. But trying to, like I said, utilizing other platforms that are rewarding you, like TikTok is for me and like Snapchat is for me, to try and grow your other platforms is good. Like my YouTube literally is at a standstill for months, and now I've gone up like 300 something subscribers in the last few weeks, which is not much, but it's still a lot more than I had been. So I don't know. It's one of those things, a lot of things just take time, and I get very complacent with my content, especially my YouTube channel. I do my makeup reviews, tutorials, product challenges, skincare, and that's it. And, cool, that's what my channel is, but it just might be boring to people now, which is fine. I get bored with people's channels all the time. And then if they revamp it, I start watching again. So I think that's probably the biggest issue with my channel is that one, most of my subscribers have been around for 2 years and they're probably just bored, which is fine because they're just so used to the content I get. Even if I do it well, it's probably just not what they want in this moment. And I understand that because I'm the same way with other people, other channels and platforms. So again, that's why I'm going to try this podcast and there'll be a completely different form of content on my channel, completely different vibe, completely different production, completely different topics. So hopefully it just really revitalizes my channel and my subscribers. And that way, when I do post my regular content too, it kind of like translates over to there. A lot of things that you say are so helpful, and I think for your advice and explanation. You're so welcome. TikTok is instant gratification and YouTube is very slow, steady growth. But for the type of content you have on each platform, you'd want slower growth on YouTube because you want people staying on. Yeah, I agree with that. I would say that the engagement on YouTube is more on a personal level, more of a, I don't know, I feel like the engagement is more substantial, heavy, I don't know what word to use, just more real. Whereas TikTok is kind of like, ha ha ha, that's so funny. Love the look. You know, it's just a quick like compliment or comment. Whereas on YouTube, if they're there, they're subscribed to you, they're engaged with you, they want to see your content sometimes. And I feel like the comments and the engagement just, I don't know, I feel like it's more valuable. That's the word I was looking for. I feel like it's more valuable and the people on YouTube are more valuable. I don't know. Yeah, TikTok, yeah, you definitely can grow faster, but I feel like I see a lot of the comments that I get are from people that I see all the time. Like on TikTok, a lot of the people that comment are the ones that I see comment all the time. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with like with YouTube. So I may have substantially more followers on or on TikTok, but I feel like the quality of the followers is better on YouTube, even if they're not really watching my videos. Just what I get out of people, I think is better. Hi, Dawn. Thank you. I love it. It's so cute. Especially when I have all my lights off and that's just on, the whole room's pink. Ugh. Still gotta get my lights under here. I'll do my beauty room tour here and now in the next probably week. I don't really need anything else. I wanted like one or two more knickknacks up here. These are just in here temporarily because I don't have anything for them. I don't have anything for the bottom, but I want to put my little lights in here. So maybe once I get the lights in and like one more knickknack, I'll film my video because everything else is done. It's just nice. Like it's not the biggest room in the world, but it's nice to have a dedicated beauty room. Like it's my content creation space, and I love that. Still need to go through my Instagram messages. Sorry. What's a good place to get a washer and dryer that's affordable? I don't know. I still need to go through my Instagram followers. I have over 6,000 followers and never get 200 likes. Who are these followers? I used to think follower count was so important, but it's engagement. So from personal experience working with brands, most of the time when people reach out or I reach out to them, they never ask me how many followers I have. They ask me for my engagement insights. My engagement, although my following is not huge on most platforms, my engagement is actually very high. An average for my tier of Instagram followers is about 5%, and my engagement rate it averages between 15 and 19%. So it's substantially high. YouTube, I don't know what it is now. Before it was about 25 to 35% engagement rate was very high, and I was at like 160% because people would comment. So that's one piece of engagement. I would like their comment, heart their comment. I'd respond. I'd like my own comment, heart my own comment. So that's 6 pieces of engagement just because one person commented. So that kind of stuff drives up your engagement, which helps perform better. My YouTube channel used to do great. I used to get thousands and thousands of views every single video, no problem. And it just like went downhill and then it just died. Like it just died. But it's the same thing for Instagram. Like when you post a comment, you should always be the first comment on your own post. You should always like your own comments on all social media, even TikTok. I'm always the first comment on my own videos. I always heart my own comments. That's more engagement. It still counts. Yeah, I want my Instagram to grow for sure. I was wondering why I was moving so switching my phone, but it's just hard. My opinion on vlogs, I like them. You're so professional. I have to be. It's my job. I like vlogs. I think they're fun. I don't have an exciting enough life to do vlogs. I don't even get out of sweatpants most of the week, which is nice. My Twitter engagement has plummeted. I don't know why. I hate Twitter. I'm tired of Twitter. I actually don't even have Twitter installed on my phone anymore. I just check it like on my like Google from like the browser once in a while, but Twitter is a horrible place. The only reason I was on Twitter for so long was because it was my largest platform, but Twitter doesn't do anything for me. Like the people are sometimes decent, but Twitter doesn't actually translate to anything beneficial for me from a content standpoint. So it's kind of pointless. I never like my own posts. I thought it does count. Nope. YouTube and Instagram, at least, specifically say that it does count. And I know on Twitter, if you share something, like when you click like the more info and stuff like that for posts, it also counts every time it's open, like a thread. Every time a thread's open, they say that it counts. Algorithms are so tricky. They change so much. They really do. And that's the thing, is it literally is always changing. So if you're not keeping up with it, that's what's so hard. And that's what was so frustrating to me, because I finally got to a good place on my Instagram after so long, to where I was getting 10,000 impressions per post, which is great. I was growing very steadily, and then getting 300, 400, 500 likes per post. And then it changed, and everyone's account got hit like literally at the same time the next day. And it dropped down to like 400 like impressions and like 50 likes. I was like, excuse me. Now it's gotten back up to a decent number, but nowhere like it was. Same thing with YouTube. When I first started, it was much easier to grow, and it was much easier to get views. So I was growing pretty well, and I was getting a lot of views, and engagement was crazy. And then it changed significantly, and everyone complains about it, and everyone says it's saturated and all these things, and now it plummeted. It's hard. Platforms are making it very hard. It's either about supporting the larger creators because that brings them routine income and new audience and viewership and stuff, or it's because they want to sell something. Like Instagram's all about shopping now. It's so annoying. Yeah, I always do, Stacey. Every TikTok, my first comment is, "Hey, if you'd like to check out my YouTube channel, click the link in my bio." Or, "Hey, you want to book a one-on-one class with me? Click the link in my bio." Hey, if my video is like about concealers or whatever, my first comment on my own video is, "Hey, what's your favorite concealer?" That way it gets the conversation started. And then when people go down there, in case they didn't see the caption, they'll see my comment and be like, "Oh, it's this." Well, there's another piece of engagement. Then I like it. Then I comment. Then I like my own comment. Makes followers feel like they matter when you respond, and like it's disappointing when YouTuber really likes the comments back. Oh, I agree completely. Ronnie, I would just do it. It's weird to talk on camera. Like, obviously, I'm very used to it. Like, lives are my thing. Talking on camera is my thing. Like, it's not weird to me at all. I'm so comfortable with it, obviously. But it is weird at first. It's very weird to talk to a camera. But I always just would tell people to talk to it like it's a person. Like, I learned, I don't know. It's very weird at first. Like, I mean, if you ever go back and look at my original videos, which I don't recommend, compared to ones now, it's, I mean, completely night and day different. You just get comfortable. Your energy level is very normal. It's hard to kind of get it to translate on camera. So when you kind of figure it out, it's good. Like, even oftentimes now, I still sometimes, if I'm tired, I have to remind myself to like pick it up a little bit, because I'll just end up being like, I'll even see it sometimes when I don't remember. And like in my, like when I'm editing, I'll be like, yeah, la, 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 and then I'm just like, yeah, and then we're gonna go ahead and do this, and then we're gonna blend it over here. And I'm like, that's so boring. You need to be like, you just kind of forget to like increase your energy for video. It's just weird. Yeah, I don't like when people don't respond back. How do you keep up with the algorithm? How do you figure that out? All information I get comes directly from the social media platforms. And most people also don't, I feel like they don't pay attention to that, because platforms literally tell you what they want. Like Instagram, for example, they have a creator account on there. Like it's an account from, it's verified. It's literally from Instagram, and every single post is about best practices, tips, tricks, recommendations. Just like with Instagram Reels, they specifically put out the information saying that they don't promote outside music, outside created videos, outside with watermarks and stuff like that. They want to promote ones that are made organically within the app. Like, it comes directly from them. Also, if you have a creator or a pro account on most social media platforms like TikTok, there's a creator portal, and it gives you best practices, tips, tricks, algorithm updates, stuff like that. My sister, Kendra, my sister always, "You got me Dairy Queen? Bring it to me, please." Eat it? Yes, I can eat it. Thank you. Mmm, I deserve it. No, I don't. Well, that's good. Thank you. Mmm. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, my sister literally trolls me with one of my videos from like back in the day. Because I was like, oh, I'm trying to be exciting and fun and whatever. And I spun around my chair. I was like, "Hi, guys." And it was the most cringy, awkward thing like 200 videos ago, like day one YouTube. And literally every time I see her, not every time, but like most times, at some point I'll hear that come out of her phone. I'm like, "Will you stop?" It's horrible. I tried to follow the YouTube algorithm stuff, still hasn't helped either. I think YouTube itself is a problem. Yeah, it absolutely is. YouTube wants to support the larger creators, not the smaller creators. Are there requirements that have to be met to have a creator account? On Instagram, no. Twitter, no. Snapchat, yes. Um, TikTok. Did I say TikTok? No, TikTok, no. You can create either a pro business or a pro business, regular pro or creator. No, it was pro, now it's creator. It's either pro or creator. It's pro. Oh my God, it's either pro or creator. They like switched the names and added new features. Thank you, Pat. Your sister making an appearance? No, that was my husband. Do you dabble in Facebook at all? Yes. I have a Facebook group and Facebook page. I have my Makeup Moguls Facebook group, which is everyone just like posts their content and um, self promotes because we want to support people, obviously. And I have my page. No, my family lives like an hour and a half away. I'd like to go see her tomorrow, actually. Have you tried the Il Maquillage foundation? I see ads. No, only because I see a million ads as well, and I just don't buy it. And I've heard some people say it's fantastic, and I've heard people say it literally was horrible. So I don't know. I would try it. Hi, Pat. Pat, when are we doing a new Get Ready With Me together? I stream that on my TikTok all the time. I'll definitely watch your review. I'd like to know your opinions are. I actually just got the new Morphe, what is it? I keep forgetting, Height and Peak concealer. This concealer, I haven't even opened it. This concealer goes with a new Filter Effect foundation. So I'm really excited because I would love, yeah, the Morphe too. I'm really excited because I really want to see what it's like with this. Because normally I pair my foundation with my Milani 2-in-1 concealer. So hopefully this one works well, which it should because it's Morphe. And then I have some new Bella and Co products. I need to take some product photos tonight before I use them. I'll do a little mini review on that just because at this point it doesn't matter. I have some new Makeup Geek, some foiled and loose pigments that they sent me. Then I have all the new liners. They're so good. So good. These are the new Makeup Geek liners. I just did a video on them, but these are the new Makeup Geek liners. They're amazing. Oh my God. Wait, why is there a cat? Oh, I dropped the other one. They're very, very soft, very creamy. They're amazing. Don't do Morphe. Morphe is the best brand. I love Morphe. I upgraded my setup, so I might have to. Where'd you go? So I might need to set up for live, but yeah, that'd be awesome. Let me know. Yeah, let me know whenever. I'm home every day now. Yeah, these new liners are so good. They're so pigmented. They're fantastic. I definitely need to try them out some more though, because I always say that the ColourPop cream gel liners are the only ones that I use because they are, and they're the only ones that I would ever use because I've never had any that actually work as well as those. So I love them. Oh yeah, I truly love them. They're amazing. They're so pigmented, it's crazy. That's also why I love working with Makeup Geeks. It's like I'm always honest no matter what, because that's what my audience deserves. But like I'm always tactful about it if I don't like something. But no, I that's why I like with Makeup Geeks. I know that 99% of the time they're going to give me a high quality, good performing product, so it makes my job easy. Very blows whistle like Rose and Titanic. I love Morphe a lot. They're an extremely supportive brand, and that means a lot to me too, because I'm like nobody. You might see little fuzzes. Yeah, the liners, I'll swatch one for you. They're really good. It's like my favorite color is probably this one. It's called Ultramarine. Like, isn't that so beautiful? Need a shade. So beautiful. They're so soft too, so you gotta be careful. And like they don't bud. Like even with the makeup wipe, it's kind of hard. But I'm also letting it dry, so it should come off quickly. Yeah, okay, it comes off easier when it's still wet. Yeah, they're really good. Yeah, I don't understand that, Stacey. That's literally the only thing I hear people say about Morphe is that their eyeshadows are chalky. And I'm like, I have truly never used a palette that had chalky eyeshadows. Every palette I've ever used from them, which is a lot, are very pigmented. They blend like a dream. I do them on my live so people can see them in action. Like, I have no problem with them. Like, I just used the Sweet Oasis palette on my live, and everyone's like, holy crap. Like, it was so pigmented. Like, this blue was so extreme. I've never had any chalky shadows. I really don't know what people are talking about. Yeah, I'm sure there are some misses sometimes. I just haven't experienced them, but I have a good experience with Morphe. I wish they were a bit more creative, but yeah, I have no problem with Morphe with my well, that jumped fast. Brushes, yes, it's not the rigor of Pat McGrath. Pat McGrath is such a waste of money and such a I don't even know a gimmick. Like you're just paying for the notoriety that social media has given Pat McGrath. Like I have several Pat McGrath palettes, and I would never recommend them or buy them ever again. Like every palette I have outperforms the Pat McGrath. I mean, so easily. James Charles palette's pretty dusty. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that. The James Charles palette is kind of dusty. I feel like it performs decently if you have a good base and good technique, but I would, yeah, I didn't think about that. I would definitely say it's that one's kind of dusty for sure. Hmm. I do not use water activated liners. I know a lot of people say Suva has great water activated liners. I just don't do liner stuff like that, so I don't use them. If I do, I have a Mayron paint palette that I would use. Rosia Seha, she says that her best detail brushes are nail art brushes that she gets from Amazon. Pat, that sounds like that'd be so cool, and I would love to try that. Oh my gosh. Does it stain you? I would think it would. Yeah, that video is just brands that I'm just kind of bored with. I love that I don't like eating in front of people, but I'm comfortable enough with my social media people that I'll eat a blizzard on camera. I have two Natasha Denona palettes and I'm not seeing the amazement. Yes, it's great. But that's what I'm saying. It's just I feel like you're paying for that notoriety that social media has given the brand. Like, oh, it's so great. I was saying, yeah, now we're gonna charge $150 for an eyeshadow palette. Like what? Like Pat McGrath and Natasha Denona, I just literally my ColourPop palettes perform better. Literally, I've done side by side swatches, and literally my ABH one is the one I did a side by side with a what was it, the Pat McGrath palette. I used this little guy versus an ABH palette, and this was significantly worse. I don't know. I just feel it's just an overhyped thing. I know what you meant, Don. No one should pay $120 on a palette for a few shades. Exactly. I think people do that so they can say that they bought a $120 palette. And I'm like, I could have just bought 10 ColourPop palettes. Who really wins there? Me. I'm definitely not the first person to say that. I had trouble with the metallics in the James palette. They got like mushy to me. Use thick primer, yes. I use my P. Louise or my Gerard Cosmetics base. My whole face was, wow, I moved fast. My whole face was blue when it came up. Oh, that's good. Yeah, no, I would never spend that price on anything. Mm-mm. And the only reason I have the ones I have because they were gifted to me and I appreciate it, but like horrible. It's a thick primer. Okay, good. Yeah, I didn't have the color face paint, so I figured it was a shot. Indie Cosmetics is bringing back their face base, which is like face paint makeup, like face paint foundation, like colored foundation. I'd like to try that just because. Good recommendation, Stacy. Right. Oh, prime before the base. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, they had like 5 colors, I think. They were sold out a while ago, but the owner just um, did a Kickstarter to raise money to bring them back into inventory permanently, and got that accomplished in like 4 days or something. It's crazy. So they're coming back, but it's really good for people who do a lot of like the face painting kind of stuff. Yeah, Carrie, yeah, I agree with that. I'm not a fan of using my finger to apply shimmers, but sometimes they do perform best that way. I just don't like doing it that way. I don't like things on my hands. Yes, indie beat. Yes. Great minds think alike. Birthday twin. How old was this lizard sitting? How long is it sitting upstairs? Because it's like melty as heck. So I'm actually going to hop off here. It's been about 2 hours. I need to charge my phone so I can have ready for my live later, and I need to write down my podcast ideas because I didn't get that done. You know. Thank you guys for joining me for a little while. Hopefully, one of these days, my YouTube lives at least pick back up to a larger, you know, audience. But for now, I definitely do my TikTok lives just about every single day. Those are always a good time. Plus, I can play music over there. That's amazing, Stacy. What do you think of an AliExpress makeup haul? I say go for it, Pat. It only cost you what, $6? You're welcome, Jessica. Thank you for joining me. I think what I will do though in the future is just stick with my regular lives, like on my TikTok, and then information based lives like now, I'll just do it as a podcast so people just listen and it is what it is. And then I think I want to really try and incorporate a lot more like get ready with me with other people, like the duo ones that I do on here. So we'll see. Y'all are so welcome. I know I'm right though, Pat. I just said palette. I'm right though, Pat. You're welcome, Carrie. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, or I don't know what time it is for you guys. Have a good week. I'll be around, obviously, so y'all can talk to me later if you want. Bye.